Someone else. Woo! Yeah. Lower tier artillery. I love it. That was a good game. Let's hit the showers, guys. We're done here. I was wondering when they were going to kill me. So at the same spot all the time. That was really scary, chat. Wow, isn't lower tier artillery well balanced, guys? I love it. Like, show me how many times a tier 9 TD gets one-shotted by a tier 10 TD. Even if you take the fucking waffle, alright? Let's take, what's the lowest armor one? Probably the waffle, right? This little guy? He has 1600 health. 1600. Alright, let's take a look at tier 10 artillery, boys. $1,100 damage a shot. Wow, that's interesting. Let's take a look at Oyster Artillery. Oh, 900 per shot. T92, that must be it. This is the big meme, right? Oh, 1300. Oh, wait a minute. That's also not a one-shot. Oh, the French is auto-loading. Doesn't really count. Conqueror. Ah, 1200. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, Chinese don't have one. Japanese don't have one. Check that. Wow, that's very interesting. So my tier 9 TD literally cannot physically be one-shotted, but my tier 5 can. That's very interesting. Let's take a look at the reload times. 38 seconds, 27 or 28 seconds. 47 seconds and 44. So on the shortest cooldown, 28 seconds, and he would have to shoot me and pen me twice. That's interesting. That's interesting. So let's just go with this one as the most lethal one to kill me. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the M44, which is a tier 6. Let's take a look here. 550 damage per shot if it pens, which is 200 above my health. 200 above my health. So even with a low roll, you will kill me. Now, what would be the reload of this? 16 seconds. 16 seconds. Every 16 seconds, he can one-shot me with ease. Every 16 seconds. Now, you might wonder, well, the aim time and the dispersion must be really fucked up. No. This thing aims in 4 seconds. 4.6, 5.6, 5.8, and slightly below 4 at tier 10. But the tier 10 needs 2 shots on my waffle at tier 9. It needs to shoot me twice and pen me twice to kill me at 1600 health in the waffle. But for some reason, Wargaming is too stupid to realize, even in their latest blog, they're too fucking stupid to take a look at the tier 5 and the tier 6 artillery. They're too fucking dumb. They literally, in their blog post, whatever, with the rework of the artillery, which is fairly meaningless. Pretty fucking meaningless, and mostly regarded stun timers. And they did not list a single tier 5 or tier 6 artillery. How dumb are you? It had better aiming time, better dispersion, and it can, with ease, one-shot at tier 5. With ease. Another nice meme about this is that everybody knows that at tier 5, there's so many tanks that don't have armor. There's a million of them. Where at tier 9, you might have like a couple. Like the wheeled vehicle, maybe, if you could try and hit that shit. Maybe a couple of the mediums. Maybe. Probably not. You're you're very likely to not pen any of these. Any of the tier 9s here. Like, if you get lucky, you can maybe pen one. If you get lucky. And then there's like the Waffle at tier 9. That's about it. The Waffle is the easiest target. By far. Because it's fairly big. And yet these idiots are not addressing tier 5 and 6 artillery. What the fuck? How dumb are we? How dumb are we right now? Bonus meme. The tier 5, which is a tier lower, has the same fucking gun. It's just harder to use a little bit. It's the same gun. What the fuck? You're gonna put a 550, 38 average pen that's one lower. It's 550 at tier 5. It's tier 4. There's almost no tier 4 with armor. Like, they're all fucked. Like, how fucking dumb are we, Wargaming? You're addressing multiple stun timers, which is absolutely fine, and you're reducing the damage that Splash does. But the M44 doesn't need Splash. It will just one-shot you every 16 seconds. One shot. If it has the opportunity to shoot a lot of tanks that, like the one I was playing, like the IKEA or the IKEA tier 6, doesn't fucking matter. All right, this thing has no armor. All right, how much health does it have? 580. If you high roll, you can one-shot the tier 6. What? What the fuck? How are you not addressing the tier 5s and 6 artillery? They're infinitely more overpowered. What the shit? Another nice meme with the M44 is, right, the average, like, the DPM is like 2,000 if you pen every shot, yada yada, right? All right, let's take a look at the tier 10 DPM. Oh, 1,800. That's pretty interesting. Tier 10 Russian. Average damage. Oh, almost 2k. Oh, almost as good as the tier 6. Oh, so close. So close. How about the tier 10? 1660. So you go down about 500 damage per minute. Going from tier 6 to tier 10. But it's okay. Because it has 21 more pen. 4 tiers higher. It has 21 more pen. 4 tier higher. What? Excuse me, what? Why does this thing have 39 pen? Fucking the Lord knows. Let's take a look at the DPM of a Conqueror GC, shall we? Ah, 1,600. That's pretty good, but the M44, which can pen so many more tanks that it faces, has 400 more DPM. Like, are you fucking high as a kite? And then you make a fucking update video, and the only thing you address is tier 7 and higher, stun timers, and splash damage. You completely miss the biggest ace concentration in the game, which is tier 5 and 6 artillery. It's literally the biggest concentration of, like, fucking depleted fucking uranium 8s. That's the one you're missing. Like, the M44 is untouched in what they've said so far. It's untouched. Not a single tier 6 or tier 5 artillery gets touched. Why? And if you play the fucking game, if you have all the tiers, right, chat? If you have all the tiers, I try playing throughout the week, right? On Monday, play tier 5 and 6, and then gradually work your way to tier 10. And I'm willing to fucking bet that almost every single game at tier 5 and 6 has artillery in it, and probably 4 to 6 of them. And the higher tier you go, the less you see them. At tier 9, I'm willing to bet your average artillery that you meet and have in your own team is probably half, if not less, than if you're playing tier 5 and 6. And at tier 5 and 6, people are obviously newer to the game on average. There's a lot less armor across the fucking board. And you're giving these people a tank that has 2k DPM, which is 400 more than the average tier 10 artillery piece. And on the pen rate, the tier 6 M44 has 6 less pen than an Object 261. Are you fucking high as a kite? How is this unaddressed for so fucking long? I've been literally telling you guys, fix the fucking lower tier artillery, if anything. I wouldn't give a fuck less about the stun timers at tier 10 if you guys would fucking address the tier 5 and 6 artillery, which is the real fucking pain in the ass. It's fucking disgusting. And the fact that you make an update video and an update blog and you're testing on the super test tier 7 and higher artillery only just shows how fucking incompetent you guys are at tackling the artillery problem, dude. So fucking dumb. And I'm willing to bet, and I'm not playing these tiers, I'm willing to bet the tier 3 and 4 artillery, there's probably some broken ass shit as well. But this is such a fucking problem. This thing should not have 2,000 average damage. It should have like 1,200 or 1,300 or some shit. And this pen should be like 20 at maximum. And then it's also blatantly more OP than a lot of the other tier 6s even. But if you want to have a good laugh, we can take a look at the fucking Gorilla, for example, which is another one you see like 60 million fucking times. At tier 5, you give it 400 average with 35 pen, which is only 4 less, but you see significantly less armor. With 1600 DPM still. 1600 DPM a tier lower. How is this still not addressed? Let's take a look at the Hummel. I'm not sure if this guy even has the top gun, by the way, the Gorilla. 15. This motherfucker is 680. You can one-shot tier 6s with this. And you have 1600 DPM still. It is... Why the fuck is the M44 unaddressed? Why the fuck don't I hear anybody else about this shit? So dumb, dude. Fix your shit. I've been telling you guys for months, years. Tier 5 and 6 artillery needs to be addressed. It's such an important tier. That's like literally the tier where things finally take shape, right? At tier 6, the mediums finally become worth a fucking damn. The heavies finally become worth a fucking damn. The light tanks finally become worth a fucking damn. And most TDs become relatively good. Like, it's such a crucial tier, and you're just shitting down people's necks. It's fucking disgusting that it's still ongoing for so long. And like I said, the fact that you guys are addressing the issue of artillery and then not including tier 5 and 6 artillery is at best fucking shameful. It's crazy. Like, you need to take a look at the artillery across the board. There's no need for an M44 to have like 38 pen. There's no need. It needs to be... Arty needs to be there to hit hard targets that are hard to beat otherwise, right? That's what they're there for. Hull down tanks, heavy tanks. But what you've created is a monster that kills everything but heavy tanks. Because if the artillery player is smart, you're gonna fucking shoot light tanks, you're gonna shoot wheeled vehicles, you're gonna shoot lightly armored TDs, lightly armored mediums. You're gonna shoot all of that first. And you've completely missed the mark on how they should be working, which is like dampening the heavies and keeping them in place and stunned or whatever the fuck. Right? If you're gonna have the artillery in the game, it should be more like that. Now they're basically sniping fucking lower armored TDs and shit from the comfort of their fucking basement. Like, fuck off. Like, literally just don't give them any pen. Give all the artillery no pen. Give them all 1 pen. 1. Because 0 is probably not feasible, I'm guessing. Give them 1 pen. Alright, this is the meme, okay? Give them all 1 pen. And give the Scorpion free armor instead of 1. So it cannot get penned. And then we can talk. Fucking disgusting. Like, step up your fucking game, Wargaming. Honestly.